look, when they lost that first game, came back on this show and said, look, if you can take 3 or 4 from the Pirates, that's still a good weekend. It's hard to sweep teams 4 games. You split. You probably easily could have won the series. You had some shots both those last couple games there, some unforced errors in the Saturday game. Also, though, I know we make fun of the Pirates, and the Pirates are not a complete team yet, but they're getting closer. The Pirates have a nice half of a lineup. They have a pretty good 1 through 5. Like they're not bums, but still, the Cardinals are a better team. Should have taken 3 or 4. It's early here. Nolan Gorman's red hot. I think even like Goldie and Arenado, they're hitting. They haven't hit for a ton of power yet in terms of hitting the ball. Yeah, hitting the ball out of the ballpark, but I think that'll come, so I'm not worried.
What's their payroll?
The Pirates?
Yep.
Just curious.
I'm just curious.
It's at the bottom of the National League, or one of the bottom. And they are better, but they, like Charlie said, they're just not a complete team. They're going to give you opportunities. They're not great defensively at a couple of different positions. Though I will say their bullpen, I mean, Bednar at the end is pretty good.
Turn him up.
It's pretty good. I was hoping 3 or 4. They got the split. It's like I said, it's still early. What are they? A couple games under.
There's some bright spots, Jimmy.
Now
Nolan Gorman.
Home. Then they go out on a long road trip after they get Arizona to Seattle, San Francisco, and L.A. But at some point they gotta flip the switch and start hitting homers.
Yeah.
But I do think if you're looking for a positive, it's the starting rotation seems to be it's less of a disaster.
Yeah.
It seems to be coming into form. The Hicks thing is interesting to me. So Hicks hasn't been good. And if you look on social media, it's like, cut that guy.
It is.
Okay, so he's a 5-year guy.
Yeah.
In order for him to be sent out, because he's not throwing strikes. Yeah, in his last appearance, he started with 7 sliders because he was having trouble finding the strike zone. And Ali Marmol said, look, he's having trouble finding the strike zone. When he does, it's getting hit. We need to find a way to get him in a better place.
Yes.
You're not going to cut him. Here's why. Because his stuff, when he's on, and granted, it's been a while since he's been on.
Been a while.
But to find a guy who can throw 104 miles an hour, who's got a wipeout slider, who's got that kind of stuff, you don't want to throw those guys away. But you're in a quandary because you want them to go back to AAA and work on things and straighten out so you don't have to see blow-ups at the big league level. But you don't want to cut him loose. So but at 5 years, he has to consent to taking a demotion. He won't. He won't consent. So now the solution is, because it's a tough one for the Cardinals, you don't want to throw that away. So they're going to use him in non-leverage situations.
Non-leverage situations, Charlie.
That's a confidence builder.
Isn't it, though?
Look, we want to send you down. You won't let us. We have to keep you, but we'll just put you in when we're up 5 or down 5.
Yeah. It's all good. Hey, I've been there. No big deal, Hicks. I've been there. We all have. What do you think, Nate? What's your takeaway?
Well, I feel like a broken record because I've been saying it for so many years, but Jordan Hicks can't throw strikes.
There it is.
So if you can throw, 200 miles an hour.
Yep.
It doesn't matter. This is the big leagues. And they have treated Jordan Hicks with a very bizarre sense of gloves. He's never truly had a very defined role outside of the 1 year where he was the closer. And then remember, he came to spring training and he wanted to start, and they gave him that opportunity. Well, then we realized they didn't trust him really going beyond 3 innings or even getting to the 3rd inning. So it's been a bizarre handling of Jordan Hicks, and I think we all agree that the kid has immense talent, but if you can't rein it in and you can't throw strikes, then the big leagues is a very tough place to learn that. And that's what he's going through.
Yeah.
I mean, he's also had a ton of injuries, too, that it hasn't been like, all right, he can't do it. It's like he can't do it. Up, he's showing signs of improvement. Up, he's hurt again. So injuries have kind of stretched out his major league tenure, where there's been parts of it where he's not healthy and can't pitch. So I could see them still having interest because of his stuff, but now they're in a corner because they can't just send him down without his consent. And you also don't want to throw away that kind of talent. So they are in a corner with Hicks a little bit.
Go ahead. What are you going to say?
What was the deal after the game on Saturday? He refused to, or he wasn't made available? to comment, or what was the post game?
Jimmy Ball game?
I'll be. You talking about Hicks?
Yeah.
To be honest, when the producer, because we're on the air only for a certain amount of time, so I go in, I get sound when they say we're in our last segment, we can't air anything. I split, so I don't know whether or not he came out. My guess is he didn't, but he wasn't in there when I was there.
Nah, he didn't want to talk.
And we ran out of time anyway. We have a finite amount of time at Bally's where we can stay in there to get stuff on the air.
I get you. So he didn't stick around? He bounced?
That was my understanding. He did not have time for. He did not make. He was not made available by the club, which is how they phrase these things.
Yeah. Well, there is a couple bright spots. That Nolan Arenado. Ninja Nolan.
Who calls him that?
I do.
All right.
Why do you think that is?
Because he knows martial arts?
Nope.
Because he's ninja style when he bare hands a ball?
No.
I got it. Because his name begins with an N.
No.
And you're not creative, and so you went with Ninja.
You wanted me to do this. That. Why do I call him Ninja Nolan?
Okay, but if you're going to go Cam's obscure play of the game, I don't think this is a fair one. It's because with his cold weather, he's got the racing sleeve hood, which makes him look like Sub-Zero from Mortal Kombat.
Yes.
I like everything.
That's not obscure enough. Wait. No, I want to play. I want to play.
No, he only did that for maybe an inning. So I saw that for an inning, and I put down Ninja Nolan.
It was pretty cold.
It's pretty cold, but he had it up on his face for only an inning. So it's not like he had it the whole time. No one was talking about it. I picked it up on my own.
When he was running bases, correct?
Yes.
Let's be honest. I know what happened.
You know what happened.
You wanted to give him a nickname, and you could only think
Ninja Nolan.
Nectarine Nolan.
Nolan the
Nectarine,
Ninja?
Nolan the Ninja.
But it didn't fit, and so you came up with Ninja.
I haven't seen a damn thing. Oh, you got me there, dude.
No, that was good, but I want to play.
You got me there.
I want an obscure play. I want a fourth inning.
Well, okay.
Somebody moves
Lars Nootbaar comes in like he was, I think this was maybe the second inning where it kind of blew up a little bit, where he came in on that fly ball, and he just didn't time it right and went past him. I think somebody got a triple out of there. There's a weird play. And then Lars Nootbaar hit a bomb. Don't tell me I'm not watching.
No one said
Lars Nootbaar. Well, that was an obscure thing with the. No one was really talking about that. I picked it up and I just tossed it out here. Now you're chirping.
But let's be honest. I saw your notes, and he actually had Ninja Nootbaar, and then he crossed that out and went with Ninja Nolan.
Now you're doing.
I have another one.
He played for Team Japan, so now you're going to the most obvious.
I thought you were going to be like, that's good.
Easy ones there.
I even created a name and everything. You want to listen to? Can we hear Nootbaar?
Yeah.
Let's hear that bomb.
Oh, there's a go. Drive deep to right field. Smith and Jigba says goodbye. Pepper grinder time. Nootbaar with a lightning bolt.
Damn it.
Ties this game.
He ruined the
get
call.
Back in the game, Ricky.
Yeah, the fans love it. They love Lars Nootbaar. They're screaming Noot. They tried to crowd him in the inner half of the plate. He hit the ball on the line just over the wall and into the Cardinals bullpen.
Why are we playing radio?
That was the cut that MLB provided.
Oh.
I
don't like it. I don't like it. Do we have
stuff in order, Bally's?
Do we have Nootbaar sound?
Yes.
Post.
Yeah.
Yes, we do, Jimmy.
Yeah, baby.
Courtesy of
Ninja
David
Nolan.
Solomon and/or Bally's, which is
situation,
Bally's.
but cut her up and then run on second, just trying to do damage in that spot. So put a good pass on it. So. Yeah.
And although it's only April, what does a win like this mean to salvage the final game of the series and just how fun and dramatic it was?
Yeah. I think you're right in that fashion. Obviously, it's a good win, and any fashion, it's a good win. But I think. It could be a turning point for us. Obviously haven't gone exactly how we wanted to start the season, but you know what I mean? All it takes is one, and then, find rhythm like that. And Tommy coming in huge, at the end of the game there. Huge spark for us. So hopefully we can ride that momentum into, this next series.
You came back, you had the thumb issue. You had like a one-game rehab in Springfield. Hadn't had a lot of game action. How did you stay sharp? How did you stay ready?
I think a lot of machine work. I still did a lot of one-handed drills. I got to see Wayno a couple days ago too for 5 at-bats too, which was really nice to do. Machine, whatever it took. So, try to stay sharp as much as I could. And then, I was able to travel with the team. And I don't know if it had anything to do with it, but just being able to see the game close up and personal, I think that helps out too. You kind of think about the game a little bit more on the dugout, and so your mind's kind of racing and trying to make adjustments when you're not necessarily in there. So I think that helped me too.
To me,
damn good question.
That home run is the play of the game because they seemed like kind of dead in the water at that point, and he brought them back to life. Look, extra innings when you got started with a runner on second base, someone's going to score. So and Edman had the big hit. I thought Newport's hit was bigger. They intentionally walked him a couple times. The first game back, he walked 3 times. I give him a lot of credit in terms of staying ready because the thumb was a real problem. But in terms of that play that you referenced, because you watched the game and Newport made,
Ninja,
you're going to see that from Newport because he's really aggressive. And I don't mind a guy being overly aggressive because he gets to a lot of balls by being aggressive. Once in a while, it's going to backfire, so I don't really mind that.
Speaking of obscure plays, I don't know if he was just screwing around, but you notice the center fielder for the Pirates on the game-winning hit threw the ball in as if the runner was coming from second? Like he tried to make a play on a bases-loaded hit.
I didn't
See what I'm talking about?
That.
Like he fielded the ball and threw it home as if he would have a chance to get the runner, like it was a guy scoring from second.
Yeah.
I thought that was kind of odd.
Yeah.
Like,
I should have said that.
You have no chance, obviously, with a runner on third and a clean hit ball into center field to make that play. And he threw it in as if it was going to be a play.
I should have noticed that.
When there's
attention.
Something like I can't explain, he's probably working on some things.
Sure.
Why isn't Ricky Horton the TV caller? He is excellent. Patty V. Jimmy Edmonds is talking a lot.
These guys come after your crew members, man.
He's just talking.
They don't like
I'm
BT.
protecting Chip.
Now they don't like Jimmy Edmonds.
I'm protecting Chip Carey. He's just talking a lot. I like to hear Chip. When Chip's talking, just don't step on him. It's no big deal.
Oh, that's what you're saying.
I had that
on him.
in my notes, too.
Listen.
I have that in my notes, too. That's all. No big deal.
Can I explain that?
Yeah.
So years ago when Jimmy started, I pulled him aside. I said, hey, kid, you're a great center fielder. You should be in the Hall of Fame as a player, in my opinion. But I said to him, look, I'm going to give you a piece of advice that has helped me in my radio career. You need to interrupt the other guy.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's kind of what he's been doing.
Yeah. A little bit. It's a little bit.
Wow, dude.
Wow, dude.
It was a G.I. Jane
Just a little
joke.
bit. That's all. I like to hear Chip.
Lay off Bally.
I'm just saying.
Chip's doing a wonderful job, by the way.
Damn right he is.
How come you never come after all the Blues broadcasters like this? Almost like you're angling for a gig. I don't hear a lot of criticism.
I got
of the
vertigo.
Blues, of the Blues broadcast crews.
Probably because I watch the Cardinals more. I watch the Cardinals more.
You are a Blues broadcaster now, so you're making fun of one of your own.
I am. They've hired me. They want me around.
I listened to that game.
They want me around. You're right. Who do you want me to chirp? Joey?
Oh, I'm just kidding.
All of them? All of them?
Joey? Panger? Let's knock off with this stupid pepper grinder shite. Let's put some wins together, Irish Sean.
So
this team's terrible.
It's so silly to me that people get mad at the pepper grinder.
I love it. Jim Edmonds mentioned him looking like a ninja on the broadcast cam. Get on with yourself. Damn you.
So you stole his material?
No, I didn't hear that. I didn't hear that.
You're a big player.
No. Did he really? Can we find that? He could be lying. I didn't hear it.
You could be lying.
No, I could. No, I just didn't see it.
Unbelievable.
I'm going on
I thought he looked
Jim
like a ninja.
Edmondisms now on Twitter.
I'm telling you.
And it should be there.
I think he's funny.
Jim?
Yes.
Just chill a little bit.
He's the real deal.
He's
himself.
Chip.
He's himself.
Yeah.
That's what I'll say.
It's all good.
I guess I just, when
wonderful
I watch a game, I just don't care enough to really get mad at the broadcaster.
I never
No
get
one's
mad at
mad.
the broadcast.
That's not my point. I'm just like, okay, it wasn't perfect.
No one's mad. I just bring it up.
They have different styles. I just think Jimmy's funny because you just know his inner monologue, and he would say a lot more things, but I feel like, in this day and age, you get in trouble for saying anything. Just different. Remember last year when there was the kid with the binoculars?
Yeah.
And they showed a good-looking woman.
Yeah.
And somebody made a comment like, oh, you're probably watching the field, and Jimmy said something like, or other things. And I like stuff like that. I think it's funny.
Yeah, he's himself. He's the real deal.
That part's funny.
Now, things can't be perfect except for my in-game hits.
Of course.
Can we agree on that or no?
You were damn good.
What was your best one?
They're all great.
They're all awesome.
They're all like my children. Each hit, I nurture them.
Yeah.
I bring them. I raise them.
Yes.
They're
You
all
feed
perfect.
them.
Still, though, I know whatever verbiage was used earlier, still starting rotation better, but it started so poorly. I mean, it's hard not to be as bad. Still, I don't think really inspires a ton of overall confidence. Besides, Monty's been good, Flaherty's been good. Everybody else still.
So what, Miles? What, 5 2/3 and 2 run, 2 earned? Like, even after the game, he said
better.
You know,
Yeah,
it's
better.
like better. He's like, yeah, it kind of feels bad to say better, but it is better, you know, because I haven't pitched well to this point. But it does feel like, I mean, it was off the charts brutal every start pretty much. And now I'm just saying we're seeing it stabilize.
Did
Right?
Ali get
that's
kicked out of
fair.
the game? Did Ali get booted out?
He did.
What was that all about?
The Mats game. I thought a lot of those pitches. Look, he was throwing so many pitches that were just borderline, especially inside corner. So I didn't go back and look at the strike zone to see exactly which ones were right and which were wrong. But I did think that like Mats was dotting that inside corner. And I feel like he was kind of getting half of them, but he didn't get the one where the bases loaded walk, but he got the next one. But I don't know, like, I know Ali was getting ticked. Sometimes on the TV, the box isn't accurate, but I do think the ones that the Cardinals were mad about, at least on TV, they were just inside.
Yeah.
The home plate umpire was Little, and the box is always accurate because everything we do on Bally's is 100% accurate.
Of course.
I think the difference is, and I understand what you're saying, but I think hitters, pitchers, managers, they're just looking for consistency. So if a ball hits this part of the strike zone, it's a strike. Just give that as a strike. And I think Little was all over the place.
Yeah.
All over the place. And it's either a strike or a ball. And if you know what the parameters are as a hitter, as a batter, then you can move forward. And I think he had trouble determining which was which.
Yeah.
That's where I think Ali got angry.
Hicks's stinky poo. Not sure what eye test the Cardinals brass has for him. Sanderson, what up, dude? What's going on, man? Hope you had a good weekend.
What did he say, stinky poo?
Stinky poo. Remember Sanderson?
That's harsh.
Has that girl sending messages or pictures to him? Anything come down with that? Sanderson, let us know. The whole series seemed like the Pirates starters looked better than ours. Oviedo seemed to look better than he ever did with us. Honestly wondering if the Cards pitching coaching staff needs to be reevaluated. But I'm just a pleb. What do I know? Fergie.
Oviedo's had stuff as a Cardinal, but he was a young guy and didn't stick. And now, I mean, everyone figured he'd be a decent starter.
Traded the wrong guy again.
Oh,
typical Mozeliak.
Oh.
This guy's going to be a Cy Young winner for the Buccos.
Mm-hmm. Hicks has never been good. He's never had control. The narrative has been about his potential for several years, but he still can't throw strikes and miss bats. 314.
But that's false. He was good before Tommy John.
He was.
Before Tommy John, he was pretty dang good.
Yeah.
He was, and it's not really a narrative. Everyone would concede that he's got great stuff, but he's run into injuries. He hasn't bounced back, and it's a question of, do you just cut bait with this guy, and then he'll end up somewhere else? And what if he finds it? Then everyone's like, Cardinals don't know what they're doing. Another great pitcher elsewhere. You got to try to protect your resources where you can. But again, they're in a corner over this.
How'd our boy do? Jimmy. How'd he do?
Well, they're asking him to bunt in situations. Now pretty much every time.
Does he look awkward at the plate? Jimmy.
I don't know what to say except that he's been a better hitter in a minor league. He was known as a guy who could hit and had to learn catching a little bit. And now he's like, I'm not saying he's got great defensive metrics, but he works his butt. I'm telling you, the pitching, he might not be here if the pitchers didn't really like throwing to him and having him around. But he hadn't hit at all, and it's rough because he's our guy.
I know. What do you think, Charlie?
You guys keep me locked in
we love him.
and make the worst.
Does he look
days
goofy at the plate?
better.
Lost is probably fair.
Okay.
By the way, because I like to correct myself, Will Little, according to the ump scorecard, did favor the Pirates by plus 1.29 runs, and his called strike accuracy was only 86%. Average is 88%. So he did not have the
He
greatest
didn't have a good game.
He didn't.
He didn't have a good game.
And because it was back and forth with the same sort of pitch, everyone got kind of ticked at him. Everyone did.
Whatever happened is just, hey, foul that ball off.
Foul it off.
Foul it off.
Choke up.
Hey,
come on.
get up there.
Get up
foul
there.
it off.
So let me ask you this.
Make contact.
Make
Choke
contact
up.
with it. Choke up.
I'm going to have us collectively look in the mirror here. So we get our guy to be Bader, right? Bader's our guy. And things don't go great for him and kind of loses interest, ends up being traded.
Cam's fault.
And our guy is Kisner. Kind of trending in a decent direction. Young guy, upbeat, great personality. We bring him on the show, and his stock tanks as a hitter. Is it us?
Man.
It's not us. It's not.
Nate, is it us?
I don't know. I don't know.
Did you see that umpire? Did you see the guy? I think it was the Yankees and Twins going at it, and the pitcher had a little bit of sticky stuff, and they made him go wash his hands and came back out, and the Twins coach comes out like, "What the hell?" And he got booted, and the pitcher stayed in.
I did not see that.
You didn't see that?
Who was it?
You know how I do my research.
A ninja?
I skimmed through it. Yeah, a ninja. Another one.
I forget the guy's name, but he had like a perfect game through 3, and they checked him. And I think the rule is if they find something, you're gone. That's why they check you. But instead, they said, yeah, go wash up.
You see it, Nate?
I see it now, yeah.
Yeah.
Domingo Herman.
Yeah.
He struck out 11 and 6 in the third, and then he had stuff on his hand.
And
How'd
then-
this get there? I forgot to wash my
I
hands.
forgot to wash my hands.
I picked up a bat.
His
I know
spin
we
rate's
don't
out
hit,
of control.
But the pine tar just kind of, somebody gave me a high five, and it stuck on my thumb.
Then he washed it off, and the spin rate just dropped.
The best one still is when the umpire touched Pineda's neck, and his face just screams guilt.
Yeah, the umps are getting goofy in baseball. They're very just that whole process is goofy.
Maybe they
But
should stop cheating.
Stop
All these
cheating.
pitchers stop cheating.
stop cheating. We want hits, not strikeouts.
You know what, though? This Cardinals club, I just feel like they're going to be fine.
You'll be all right.
They're going to be 500 soon. They'll get a little rhythm. Weather gets warm. We start seeing some long balls. Rotation stabilizes. Maybe Waino comes back, it's decent. Maybe Liberatore comes up, it's pretty good. All of a sudden, they're in the same spot they were the last couple years. Trade deadline, boom, make a move. Nice little surge the final third of the season. Into the playoffs for a first-round exit.
There you go. There you go.
This is not going to be an easy series. Arizona's a good team.
Yep.
They watch this outfield. They say this outfield is the fastest in the major leagues. They catch everything.
Really?
They run the bases really well. This is going to be a tough test. And Merrill Kelly, actually good pitching matchup tonight. Merrill Kelly and Jack Flaherty.
Oh, let's go.
Merrill, you might recall, started the championship game for Team USA against Team Japan.
Well, he's the best pitcher in the United States of America.
Yes.
Merrill Kelly.
You're right about this, but the difference maker in this series is going to have to be Cardinal fans.
I think you're
So
right.
show up, buy a lot of stuff.
Knick-knacks.
Rights holder, get some souvenirs.
How was that weather, Jimmy?
Drink responsibly, but spend a lot of money. Get the helmet nachos maybe, and root on the Cardinals.
Were you cold, man? Because that wind was coming in. 47 degrees out, wasn't it?
No, I dressed appropriately.
Did you?
I had a down vest and a jacket, so it was
A little
fine.
chilly.
By the way, Jack Flaherty, I interviewed him for the pregame the other day.
Yep.
And I asked him, I said, there were some people that were wondering about your hype video, and he loves, I'm telling you, first of all, he's a good guy. You could like him or dislike him as a person or agree with him or don't. I'm telling you, he's a good guy, and he just loves when people doubt him. And I will say his last start in Colorado, we look at the numbers, it's not like Cy Young material, pretty good and a tough
Pretty
place
good.
to and we'll see if that's the beginning of Jack Flaherty getting on track.
Yeah.
You know who's really fired up about these Redbirds? And he's DMing me now constantly on Twitter.
Who'd
Is
that
our
be?
guy James.
Oh, yeah.
And James
What's he
is not happy about Jordan Hicks at all.
Oh, yeah.
At all.
Call in,
So
James.
James,
And bitch.
if you're going to call in, he is not happy
What about
Jordan Hicks.
Verhoeven?
How about Verhoeven?
He already said, look, when people make a mistake, they admit it. we all ripped on Drew Verhagen. Bernie calls him Drew Verhagen.
Yeah.
James calls him Drew Verhoagie Sandwich. But now you probably can't use those nicknames anymore.
Wait, so
because he's good.
He's good.
Wait, so if you say you were wrong about something, then you're absolved of it.
Well, I know you've never done that.
No.
So it's kind of it's new to you. Yes,
because
he did the other day with somebody.
You admit you're wrong.
I've done it. I've done it time and time. The latest example is Dakota Hudson. The latest example is Dakota. I said I was wrong. It doesn't mean we won't hear from him again. We may well.
He's done.
But I thought there was a guy who could help the rotation, and he didn't. But I keep getting that thrown. So if you can be absolved, then I'd like some of that absolution too.
How about this though? Even though you're dead wrong on that, you were the first one chiming on the Zach Thompson bandwagon.
Yes, sir.
And Seth said he might be an all-star. Who knows at this point?
That's right. Seth did do that.
He's got a nasty Uncle Charlie. Falls off the table.
Yeah, it does.
I said before spring training, if it was a stock, I'm buying Zach Thompson. I also said, though, in honesty, I would also buy Tyler O'Neill, and we haven't seen that come to fruition yet. So I'm trying to be transparent with it.
If his O'Neill's long fly out on Thursday, if that gets over the fence, whole different game. I think they needed to see that ball get out because after that they didn't get any runs. So.
If my aunt had balls, she'd be my uncle.
I'm gonna say something.
I love that saying.
I want to say something that I'm gonna say quietly because I don't want it to get out there because I'm a rights holder. But I think Tyler O'Neill is better in left, where he won a Gold Glove. So I'd like to see more of that.
Tweet that out.
I don't think that's a crazy statement.
No, I'm just kidding. I think he's better in left. I put him there, and Carlson's been pretty good in center. I think Nootbaar can be a solid center fielder. And I want to get Tyler O'Neill's bat going. So if I'm a manager, I think to myself, let's give him left where it's a smaller slice to cover, and he's won a Gold Glove there. Let's do that.
Yes. Let me ask you this, though, because clearly Nolan Gorman ain't sitting. That man
he's hitting the ball.
Is hitting the ball for power,
clutch Gorman,
driving in runs, damage, doubles, homers. So he's got either the DH spot, wherever you want to move him around based on other guys sitting, but he's got one of those spots locked. I wonder at this point, with Jordan Walker hitting, now Burleson has the old contusion, but can you get all these guys hot? Can you get with Nolan Gorman hitting the way he is? Can you keep Walker, Carlson, Newt, Burleson, and O'Neill with enough plate appearances to keep them all rolling?
Well, it's up to the manager, but we kind of
Are there enough spots?
No, I mean that's one of the things we talked about. I saw it on your YouTube channel. One of the things we talked about is you got a lot of guys and you have a lot of parts and not enough places to put those parts. Can you do that? So that same argument that the same discussion we had during spring training is now the one we're having during the regular season, which in a way is a good thing. Because no one's kind of fallen by the wayside. You know, Burleson has shown that he can hit. He makes hard contact all the time. He can use the whole field. And to me, as an outfielder, he doesn't look graceful getting there, but he gets there.
How about that throw he made?
Very good.
Made a nice play, throwing the runner out at home.
He had plenty of time, and it worked out. But that's not a play everyone makes 100% of the time.
Good play. Hot Springs, Arkansas is awesome. I, too, stayed at the Arlington Hotel. Best thing is that if somebody needs to cross the street, the vehicles have to stop and let you cross. Hockey Bob. Hey, dude, how you been, man? You out of the hospital? You all good?
I just talked to him on the phone.
What did he say?
I told him to call back in after we take a break.
Yeah.
And we'll talk some hockey because we got the Army sound and whatnot. But
yeah, that's exactly what we'll do. The Storm Chaser car is the biggest waste of time. Does me no good. Show me radars and arrival time. That's it. I kind of like to see where the funnel is.
I just felt bad.
I want to see where it's at.
Chris Higgins is now on my hero list, but I did feel bad because it was like you're driving toward the storm. I know you want to utilize the Storm Chaser, but the guy was on for like chunks of 40 minutes at a time.
Oh, my God.
And then he'd throw it back to the studio, and they'd be like, well, we have one report of a shrub that was damaged. Back to you, Chris.
Yeah.
He's good, man.
He's my hero.
It's a tough job.
He's tweeting while he's talking.
Yeah.
He's running the camera in the car. He's kind of looking at the models.
I just watch him the whole time, man. Just watch the whole time.
He served this country.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Chris, he did?
He does weather for the military.
Damn. All right.
You know what
I didn't know that. I didn't
Think
know
about
that.
how important
Damn
it
right,
is,
Chris.
If you're launching battle plans
Man,
to know the weather patterns.
I have a nickname for him. How about this one? Ninja Higgins.
Oh, my God.
You know what they call him, actually? MacGyver with a microphone.
Ooh, that's kind of cool.
Because he can do anything.
That's kind of cool. He could fix things.
He served our country, and he's giving you weather reports.
Yeah.
He's tweeting.
What's the weather like in Afghanistan? It's dry and hot. Dry and hot today. One cloud. Maybe. Let's see here. Gotta go all the way up here. Okay. I heard Jimmy call Arenado a ninja when he was on a runner on second place and the camera would pan to him behind the pitcher. You could tell he was chirping him a bit. A glimmer of hope from the starting rotation, but definitely still a lot to be desired. Bucks had something to prove, and we let two slip away. Tyler Broneal is definitely better in left. Jerry Spencer, Georgia. I didn't hear Jimmy say that.
I don't like attacks. I like when the attacks attack me.
Yeah.
When the Cardinals aren't.
Yeah.
Me too.
That's hurtful.
Hey, Cam, if your aunt had balls, would she drink Bud Light? Fishy. I got that from Don Cherry, baby.
Answer the question.
Probably. How
if
they doing?
Grandma had balls, she'd be Grandpa.
I do have a lot of people like posting, the reps at the stores and stuff that sell Bud Light. They're like, man, no one's buying it. And they do like a little video, like, look at everywhere. We're not getting any more in. No one's buying it. And then they take a hit on it. Those guys take a huge hit. You're not buying it, man. That's your big bonus. Your quarterly.
So go buy it. Help them out.
I did. No one ever could bitch at me about not buying beer. Like, geez,
So you bought Bud Light?
No, like I did the other. No, wait. I did the other day because they had the big cans, and I like to have the big cans at the podcast. But when I'm at home, I got a 30-pack of Bud Select, and I got Modelo.
That's still Anheuser-Busch.
A bottle of champagne. We need some
wine.
booze. What?
I mean, you're supporting Anheuser-Busch either way.
Yeah, you're right.
It's all the same.
Doesn't matter.
It's all the same bucket.
But the Bud Light reps get rocked. It's not an AB rep. They're Bud Light reps too. I don't know. They'll be all right. It'll all come back around.
How about this?
No big deal.
If you're angry at Bud Light, you go out there and you buy double the amount of Bud to show them. I'm going to buy another product that you sell, but this is the American version.
Hey, I saw that
this
commercial.
Is Budweiser.
Budweiser had a commercial, though. They had a commercial. I noticed that. Everybody having a good time. All kinds of different races in it. You got a little bit of everything in there, but everybody's having a good time. I think there was American flags everywhere and stuff like that. Very patriotic. I like that. I'm like, oh, that's a cool commercial. Cool commercial. Black, white, Latino, but everybody's having a good time.
Clydesdale's really focused on the horse, though.
Horses?
It was really horse dominant.
Yeah.
I'm for America.
Me too.
And
Me too.
Ukraine.
If you're really for it, you'd have a tattoo on your leg like I do, but I'm just saying. Let's see here. Cat. Can we get some more recent Bally picture than your 2003 headshot? Every time the broadcast goes to you, I think you're going to give us a Steve Klein update. Fulton's finest. It is an old picture.
Yeah, I have nothing to do with it.
I'm just saying.
If you ask them to change it, though.
Why would I ask them? I don't care.
I think you like the look of yourself. I think you like 2003 Jim Hayes maybe better than
You look the
2023.
same. You look
this
the
is
same.
Charlie once again in my kitchen. Like he outed me for the joke the other day. Now he's got me that I'm behind the young picture.
What was the joke? What was the joke?
That he wrote. You say he's not witty enough to be clever on his own. That
Hello,
he
Dolly.
had to think about it. Yes, last night when he's working. By the way, he's working, but he's writing down notes while he's working to come in here and chirp you. That's what he's doing.
Yep.
That's what he's doing. Like you stand up. You're doing a stand up.
I just think. I think the picture. We talked about this with dating sites.
Yeah.
I think there has to be some trust. If you're on a dating site, I think it's unfair if your picture is more than a year old.
Is it the same?
I think it's false
when I'm on
advertising.
camera enough where you can see for yourself. Write a letter to Bally's and complain.
I will.
If you're on a dating app, that should be illegal. If it's Jimmy on Bally's, who gives a damn? But if you're doing that on a dating app,
people are complaining though.
Then you're lying.
This person can't even focus on the game. They're so mad about the picture.
I know. His picture does look good though. For
These
2000.
hits that I do,
damn,
are works of art.
They are.
They're 11-second masterpieces that are full of information and wit.
11 seconds. It used to be like a good 17 to 20.
seconds.
Yeah, I used to get like
You're like,
17
I could be funny and do. Now it's like boom, 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 done.
Jim,
clean though.
team player.
They're damn clean, aren't they? Yes, they are.
Yes, they are. Damn right.
I hit that mark.
Mm-hmm.
It was funny listening to Jim Edmonds on Friday say that Carlson is a better center fielder than right fielder, and then proceeded to say that the Cardinals don't have a true center fielder in his next sentence.
Well, they don't.
Colby Rasmussen's daddy.
Both those things can be true.
Okay.
Who's their true center fielder?
Oh, I think it could be Carlson or Newbar.
But I'm saying a guy who's actually should be a major league 150 games a season center fielder. I don't think they have that guy. They have some guys who can play center.
Oh, I think Carlson can be excellent defensively if he's there enough and he's healthy. I do.
Yep.
I believe that. I think
Yeah.
In center field.
Yeah.
Excellent.
I do.
Gold glove?
Defensively. I think if I don't have all the metrics, I would say Carlson has a better shot of being close to that. I'm not saying gold. I mean, winning a Gold Glove in center is not easy. And I think Bader is the best I've seen in a long time doing it. So the bar is set very high. I think Carlson can be in that neighborhood, but really on the outskirts of that neighborhood.
I just think, though, in a perfect world, you wouldn't want those guys in center.
I get you.
Oh, I disagree with that. I think defensively, Carlson can be good. A plus. How about that? Settle in on a plus defender in center. I'm not saying Gold
plus
Glove.
Defender. Okay. I like the way he throws the baseball, and he's good at going to the wall.
Yeah.
All righty. Hey, good hour, man. Look at that. 8 o'clock, and look at this. 8 o'clock. Going to break at 8 o'clock. Last one. By the way, get them in. 855-282-8255. Dating apps and girls have pics with masks on. Oh, God. If a girl has a picture in her profile with a mask on, or like, a dating app, like I wouldn't dip into that, probably.
What if she's a ninja?
No, she's not.
Like Nolan Arenado?
Mm-mm.